Hey, what's up, folks? Chris Danny with Danny's Country Life here. I wanted to give you a quick little update on upgrades on the New Holland, or just trying to, I guess, make things right back to the way that they should be. So as far as the HVAC system goes, I got it back, and so the guy said, hey, you know, we got it all worked out for you, and your heater works good, and we got the AC pump working for you. So off I went, left the dealership, and sure enough, the heater does work really well, super well. So when I went to go turn the heat off, by just using like the knob to adjust the temperature level, nothing changed. So I was thinking, oh boy, here we go. So basically what happened is the knob itself works. The linkage going to the heater valve up in the roof there, that works. But what the problem is the heat valve is broken. So, and it's leaking. So it isn't leaking too terribly much, but you can tell over the years. So these stains in the headliner, I always just kind of assumed that it was from a leak in the roof, but after talking to my New Holland dealer, what those stains are, it's from the heater valve. So I guess it was just a known problem, and they did a lot of warranty work on them back when they were new, and so what most people started doing was just bypassing that valve and putting a valve in the line under the hood. So you just turn it off during the winter, and I'm sorry, during the summer. And so anyway, that's where that is. So the heat valve is stuck and it leaks, and so that really sucks. And it's nothing that we can't overcome, but basically the problem isn't fixed. And so the AC pump does come on, but I'm pretty sure it needs recharged. So debating on whether or not, do I take it back to them and just say, hey, you guys really need to make this right. They really seemed like they wanted to just kind of wash their hands of the deal and say, hey, you know, we done the best that we can. And part of me wants to just say, you know, I'm done dicking around with you guys, and I'm just gonna take care of it myself. But at the same rate, I shouldn't have to pay for it. I shouldn't have to bring it to my New Holland dealer and have them pay for it. So I'm gonna go talk to them. I think I'm just not sure what kind of a deal we're gonna reach. But anyway, so that saga still kind of continues. But enough of that. I guess, you know, what I can say is they did fix several other things on it when I brought it back to them. Things that I didn't even know about that they just found when they came across them. So you know, for that I'm grateful, and at least I do have a heater for now. So anyhow, I put my new headlights in, looking good. The old ones were, man, they were not in very good shape. They were completely rusted out, and they just hardly worked at all. So, and they were also crooked. Things were kind of bent in there, and that really bothered me. So everything's all straightened out now. They work good. They're actually relatively bright, considering that it's a factory headlight. So I got my aux beam LEDs hooked up front and back, and they do a heck of a good job for their size. It's real impressive. Just got them on yesterday and scoped it out last night. Definitely it does a whole lot better job than the factory work lights. So, and really for the amount of night work that I do, which is almost never, I should be plenty good. Got my new lens on that marker light, so she's looking good. The tractor mechanically, as far as running gear, engine, transmission, and all that, is just slicker than snot. She feels nice and strong. The power is there. You ask that thing to go and it goes. The T4020 that I had, it was a 4-cylinder turbo, and it had power, but not like this. It seemed like it took a little bit for it to spool up. I didn't realize it at the time just because I hadn't really driven any larger frame tractors that have, you know, a fair bit more horsepower. But anyway, so yeah, that New Holland is going to be a real nice tractor for me. Now, I did get a hold of Westendorf, and I know I was talking to you guys about the skid steer situation. So, oh, and to correct myself before I go too far, these do have a locking detent. So when it had pressure on it, when I was trying to get the bucket off the first time, I wasn't able to bring it up that far. So those do have a locking detent. But anyway, so I was looking at the Westendorf setup, the skid steer quick attach adapter. Basically, I just pull these off at the pins and put the new one on at the pins, and everything's good to go. 640 bucks plus 190 bucks shipping and then tax. So I'll be just shy of 900 bucks to get that. And so I was thinking, man, you know, 640 isn't too bad. If the shipping was free, that would be great, but it's not. So I looked into a lot of options as far as buying a skid steer quick attach setup and then modifying it to work with this Westendorf loader. And all said and done, I was going to be about $600 to $650 into making that happen. And so that's not too bad. I mean, there you save, you know, 250, 300 bucks. But the biggest issue is the skid steer quick attach setups that I can find aren't rated for any more than 3,000 pounds. And so anybody that's ever ran a loader tractor, you know that you push your loader to its limits, your loader and your tractor to its limits. And this loader is rated to lift 3,000 pounds at full height, 31.5 inches from the pins. So that means they didn't go into detail at what I can lift at lower heights, but I'm just going to go ahead and say I could probably lift close to 4,000 pounds with this thing, and I do not need to have something fail on a skid steer quick attach system that I modified that's only rated for 3,000 pounds. I can't have that fail when I have heavy weight on this. You try and save a buck and you end up maybe killing somebody or destroying a truck bed or your flatbed trailer or whatever you're doing. I just figured it's not worth it. So I placed an order for Westendorf's bolt-on or pin-on setup, and I feel good about it. I don't feel good about spending that kind of money, but I guess it's something that I knew I was going to kind of have to do in the beginning. I was going to have to spend some money to get this to work for my operation. So anyway, that's where that's at. Tractor's coming along real good. Got my little GPS there on the front mounted up, so she's coming along. Pretty soon here, maybe in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to pull the hood off, do the body work on it, repaint it, and she's going to be a beauty. So anybody that's looking for some factory New Holland work lights for their cab, if you're that type of person that likes to keep things all factory and you don't much care for LEDs, let me know. I might be able to send these out to you for basically just the cost of shipping. So when I was poking around up on the top of the cab there, this was bolted to the top left corner, and I'm pretty sure that it's my radio antenna, just based by looking at the cable on it. So yeah, that got busted off some time ago. Radio works fine. I get radio stations all the way from Seattle, which is like 2 hours away. So yeah, there's the old lens for the marker light. It really was just being held on by one fastener. And so the spare marker that I got is for that side, but I figured I would just keep this for parts, wait till I bust that off or whatever. So yeah, anyway guys, life's good. Be grateful for what you got. Just wanted to give you a little update there, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching. y'all take good care, and we'll catch you on the next video. Oh, by the way, GoPros. I got my GoPro working. The biggest issue with this thing is that it eats SD cards, and so I finally just ponied up and spent some money on a good heavy-duty SD card that's V30, not V10 or whatever. And yeah, so here we are, got my GoPro back. Anyway, yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Take good care. We'll catch you on the next one.